With current federal restrictions on marijuana, it's hard to believe that American production of hemp, the plant from which marijuana stems, dates back to the 17th century. In 1937, after a sensational national propaganda campaign against cannabis, Congress passed the Marijuana Tax Act, effectively criminalizing marijuana.
The government wanted to control the population of immigrants coming in through Texas and Louisiana, so they used marijuana, which is a term that came from Mexico, to describe cannabis, which we knew here in America. They decided to use that tool at the borders to be able to search, arrest, detain, to be able to control the population of immigrants. It was legal for 5,000 years before it became illegal here. It was used for medicinal purposes, and there's a reason why, because it really does help people. Currently, marijuana is legal in 23 states and the District of Columbia. And this year, on the ballots this November, we expect for that number to increase, and eventually within the next couple of years, we expect for it to be legal nationwide.
Today, public perceptions about cannabis have come a long way from the dire warnings of reefer madness. Thanks to companies like Pineapple Express, experienced consultants in the legal cannabis industry, the idea of declaring marijuana legal nationwide is gaining momentum.
Pineapple Express is a publicly traded company in the cannabis industry. We invest in existing and new cannabis businesses, we expand them, and we brand them. We came up with the name Pineapple Express because it's a weather system. It's also one of the most popular strains of marijuana. My experience is in the retail business and rolling out franchise and company-owned stores, and our long-term goal for Pineapple Express is to roll out a chain of nationally branded retail cannabis stores all over the country, either company-owned or franchised, and they will be called Pineapple Express, which we think is the perfect name. We are consultants. We right now are consulting one of the first of 60 legal marijuana dispensaries in the state of Illinois. It's called Nature's Treatment of Illinois. And what we're doing right now is we've helped them with the license, with the registration packet, and opening up their business. We also are helping them with operational procedures, with branding, and helping them expand the business. We're helping them pineappleize their business and getting the name out and helping them with the marketing and branding, and that's what we do at Pineapple Express. We also own a company called THC Industries, which is a website, thc.com, and we also own a consulting subsidiary called MJ Business Consultants, which consults to cannabis businesses.
Top Shelf is owned by Pineapple Express. We have a patent pending on this machine. It's a beautiful design that actually helps the cannabis dispensary dispense the medicinal medicine that has airtight compartments that are controlled with the temperature and the lighting and pre-measurements of the medicine. And it's also linked to the cash register system, your POS. Every time a transaction is done at the POS system, it actually records and stores that transaction. So it helps control your inventory and it helps control the product, keeping it fresh.
Our biggest project to date is a cultivation complex in Desert Hot Springs, which is going to be over 10 acres of land in Desert Hot Springs called Pineapple Park. The city of Desert Hot Springs is the first city in Southern California to actually put together rules and regulations to allow commercial cultivation of cannabis. And we're lucky enough and smart enough to buy 10 acres of land. We're building 15 buildings on that land, and we're going to be leasing to tenants and allowing people to grow medical marijuana in Southern California.
With a dedication to technology and innovation and a wide portfolio of businesses, Pineapple Express continues to further advance the cannabis industry.
Right now, branding in the cannabis industry is probably the most important part of the cannabis industry. There are so many people trying to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to make their money, how they're going to help patients and customers in this industry. What we're focusing on is developing the brand Pineapple Express, and making it a household name is very important, because in 3 or 4 years from now, when cannabis is federally legal, different big companies are going to come into this industry, big pharma is going to come into this industry, and they're all going to be bringing their brands into this industry. If we can develop our brands now with Pineapple Express and with THC.com, we feel we're at the forefront and we will be up there along with these other brands.
Branding is an important part of any successful business. It's not just a logo, it's a promise. It's a promise to your customers. It lets them know who you are. It's familiarizing itself with the brand. It makes them feel comfortable. And I think that the opportunity is huge in the cannabis space for the branding opportunities. We want to provide quality and assurance, and we want people to know who we are, and it's an overall experience. We plan to deliver a lot of retail stores, products, clothing, services, anything that we can do to help our customers in this space grow their businesses.
So now the cannabis industry is legitimized. It's coming out of the streets, out of the alleys, out of the gutters, and into stores. And now the states are able to create revenue. They say that if the recreational initiative passes in November for California, which it should, then California is going to be generating $1 billion per year in tax revenue.
Home to some of the most experienced and well-connected minds in the business, Pineapple Express immediately places entrepreneurs at the forefront of an industry that is foreign to most.
Right now, the cannabis industry is the opportunity of a lifetime for any entrepreneur. There has not been an industry like this, a booming industry like this, a new industry like this since the tech boom in the late 1990s, early 2000. If you want to get involved in the cannabis industry, educate yourself, be present, know what you want to do. It's a great new burgeoning industry. Get involved, vote, and visit our website, pineappleexpress.com.